Yo, hey man. So look, I got a couple of comments earlier in the stream that were basically telling me that a lot of you guys are not able to watch the game, right? So I'm sitting here watching the preseason game. I know that there's a lot of guys that are going to be able to give you their post reaction to what they saw with the game, but I figured I'd take a stab at giving you guys a little bit of live reaction on what I feel about what's happening in the game right now. The game is playing right now. The Niners are on the 2-yard line. It's the second quarter with 4 minutes to go, and it's 3rd and 9. Brandon Allen has dropped back and finds awesome in cutting route to Darby from Brandon Allen, out of the shadow of their own goal line for 3rd and 9. Brandon Allen throws a strike right there. I'll tell you guys about the offensive line commentary as I watch it. Right now, the Niners are going hurry up. It's 1st and 10. They're on the 40. They're on the 36-yard line in their on the shadow of their own goal line. Brandon Allen steps back, finds Tay Martin right away for a quick 6-yard catch across the 40-yard line. I mean, look, guys, trying to give you guys a little bit more, you know what I'm saying, and give you guys some things that I know people can't see right now. But I just want to try to give you guys full play-by-play as we're watching it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if you like it, cool. If you don't, I understand. I mean, Brandon Allen is actually moving the ball right now. The Niners are sitting at 2nd and 5. They're in the I formation. Braden Willis comes over, shifts over for a slight motion, and gives the ball to Cody Schrader to a tackle in the back of the end zone to the left side. They know that isolation play's coming. It was an ISO play coming, and Braden Willis is just struggling to block right now to lead as a blocker. He takes on the linebacker and almost catches him in a sense. Cody Schrader gets stifled in the back of the end zone, and that's just a play for nothing right there. Right now, the Niners are looking at 3rd and 5. Cody Schrader, he got stopped for no gain on that play, and we just hit the 2-minute warning coming into the game. So we'll see, man. We'll see. If YouTube completely takes me down, you guys will know why. But I'm trying different things for the channel, guys. I know a lot of these guys come in after the game and they tell you how they feel about the game, or they give you kind of commentary, as we all saw it. But I think it's dope for us to be able to talk about the game while it's happening. And I don't think a lot of people do this. So I'm going to take the opportunity to take the first stab at it. Right now, the defense is getting ran on, boy. Like, if you guys are sitting here noticing, Kalia Davis is flashing. I'm going to go through some of the notes that I've taken thus far through the game. Kalia Davis is flashing. Jair Brown is flashing. We also like the stop by Malik Mustafa that actually turned the ball over. That was really good. The best that the Niners have looked so far is their first drive. I mean, if you look at the first drive, the Niners went 11 plays for 74 yards for 5 minutes and 39 seconds. Jordan Mason had 6 carries for 34 yards. Brandon Allen was 3 for 5 for 45 yards. And Ronnie Bell had 1 catch for 21 yards on that 3rd and 9 play. Chris Conley had 1 for 18 on that shot play in the zone. And Eric Saubert actually had like a nice little dump off. That's what got them their plays, man. So, I mean, if you look at what they've done so far, and also just to keep it 1,000 with you, the Niners, Clint Kubiak is calling plays right now. So don't let that fall off like that. Clint Kubiak is actually calling plays right now. Like, yeah, like I know you see Mason's stats. That's legit. Like, Jordan Mason has been looking the best in camp all like last year. I want to say like Brandon Ayuk was like last year's camp guy. This year, Jordan Mason is this year's camp guy, right? So, all right, we're back on right now. We're back on right now. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to mute the commentary from the game because I don't. Cody Schrader is not a bust, Tommy. Stop it. But I don't. I'm going to mute the audio from the game while I listen because if I don't want the audio to somehow give me like a copyright strike if we're watching the game. So right now, we're back in the game cast. The Niners have they finished off. They kicked off at fourth and 15. I mean, right now it's 3rd and 5. I'm a little ahead, and right now we're going to see Brandon Allen is in shotgun. They're going 6-man protection. They got 4x4, 2 at one side. They've got a 6 protecting. They got a flashing safety, and Brandon Allen is sacked. Not even close for -10 yards by Campbell. Vance Campbell, the linebacker from the Tennessee Titans, comes in and sacks Brandon Allen. Right now, they just, I mean, there's 2, 4, 6. We had 6. They sent 6. Aaron Banks doesn't look like he knows. No, that's Chris Hubbard. Chris Hubbard looks like he was struggling at left tackle to stop that. But the Niners are gone 3-and-out. They're punting. It's 4th and 15. They're punting out to the Titans right now. So right now, score is 14-7. Niners are down to the Tennessee Titans. Just turned the ball over with 1:55 left in the second. And Tennessee's about to get the ball. This is what, yes, Ross, because they're not blocking well. I'm so glad you said that. The Niners are just punted to the Titans. Ball goes dead. They're letting it bowl out of bounds. But I agree with this comment 100%, Ross. Like, the offensive line is not necessarily doing a great job, but Jordan Mason runs with so much authority that if you aren't in your run fit period, he's just going to run by you. So it is what it is. It's 1st and 10 for Tennessee in their own 26-yard line. So we're going to see exactly what they're going to do when they get the ball back. Right now we're on commercial break, but for those of you who are watching the game like I am, like, how do you feel about what you've seen this far? This is like this is your first chance to see what the Niners look like. You know what I'm saying? Tommy, stop. You being toxic. You being toxic, Tommy. Stop it. D Winters has looked decent. He hasn't looked great. He's missed a couple of tackles, but you can see why they believe in him. He's fast. He's instinctual. Let me ask you this. Now that you guys have seen the Niners for the first time, hold on. First of all, since we're watching the game, we're going to keep 1,000. I'm watching the game. If I've been here since Larry, I did my own call-in show, and I'm going during the game. I'm drinking a little bit. We're gonna have a good time. So look, now that you guys have seen the boys for the first time, those of you who haven't been around camp, you're like, this is your first couple of drives of seeing the offense, seeing the defense, just depth, not starters. What do you think? What do you guys think? I want to know what your first impressions are because nobody can give you first impressions right now, right? I want to hear your first impressions after seeing the first couple of drives, just of depth, just what you've seen with the team thus far. I want to hear what you have to say. Run defense looks like shit. O-line looks like shit. Special teams looks like shit. This is not the same team. Okay, that's fair. This is a safe space. I want everybody to give me their raw emotions after watching this team in the Super Bowl. And now we get a chance to give them. This is first impressions. First impressions are everything. First impressions are everything. So I want to know. I want to know how you guys feel about what you've seen from the Niners thus far, right? I will tell you this. I've liked Dominic Pooney. Dominic Pooney is showing that he's aggressive. The game isn't too much for him, but he needs a little bit more polishing. Like he's not there yet, right? But what else have you guys seen? You know what I'm saying? Exact. Did I not say that the secondary is the number one unit in the group? I see that you see that our secondary is turned on. Niners are on defense. Niners are on defense. Mason Rudolph is at quarterback for the Tennessee Titans. He threw an incomplete pass to D. Martin Robinson and outright. Renardo Green is playing right now. You guys give me an honest opinion about what you think about Renardo Green. You know what I'm saying? Malik Mustafa has shown me something. All right, this is something where I was looking for him to show up when the pads come on. This is 2nd and 10. Mason Rudolph at quarterback at shotgun, leaking out. There's a 5-man protection. He goes deep, long, overshoots Rock Sin out to the outside. Renardo Green was the first target on that play. Worked on the outside corner and closed out really good. Right now, Renardo Green is looking the part, guys. Look at the way he looks in his pads. Renardo Green looks good. I don't know if I can take like screenshots of this shit and show it to you guys. I'm gonna try. For those of you who have not seen Renardo Green, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna see if YouTube is gonna kill me or not. We're gonna try to take a little bit of a snapperoo and show you guys. But 3rd down and 10, Titans run the screen to the right-hand side and gash the Niners. Right now, it's being ran by Jay Chestnut. He ran for 36 yards down the right-hand side of the screen for a screen. And I mean, right-hand side of the field for a screen. And that's the thing about us on defense is that I feel like Coach Kasarik has done a great job at getting the guys going downhill. But I'm going to tell you, D. Winters, like he's fast, but he's got to be able to show me a little bit more weight, not to get moved out of the way, right? D. Winters was right there for that dump off with the screen, but his momentum washed him right off of the sideline. Mason Rudolph throws a short-handed screen, throws a short screen to the right hand of the screen, to the left side of the field. I think he's a little frustrated with the receiver. But Rock Sin, they're trying to single out Rock Sin over here on the corner. He was hanging on the upfield shoulder of the receiver, kind of cut off that fade route and use the sideline as his friend. It's pretty good. Second and 10, Mason Rudolph gets the ball tipped, throws out. Shaquille Brown gets that tip pass. Shaquille Brown gets his tip pass. Shaquille Brown looks good, man. He looks the part. We're at 3rd and 10, 14-7 Tennessee Titans. Mason Rudolph at quarterback. They're at 3-by-1 with the running back in the backfield. Running back leaks out 5-man protection. Mason Rudolph gets the ball off short to number 18, Phillips, for a quick in route. Renardo Green hops on it right away. Renardo Green looks good on that play. I think Tennessee may take a timeout right now. They're thinking about it. They're on the San Francisco 40-yard line, and there's 4th and 4. They're taking it all the way down. They're taking the clock down to probably the last second. I think they're going to take a timeout and probably try to kick a field goal. They're already up 14-7. It's 2 seconds before the second quarter, before the first half is ending. It's 4th and 4, and they're taking a timeout right here. Again, guys, this is literally the first time that I'm doing this. I just thought about it. I'm sitting here in the studio with the camera on, and I'm saying to myself, like, why am I gonna watch the game, take notes, and then try to talk to you guys all over again about what I see versus why don't I just turn on the camera and try to talk to you guys about the game while we do it, and then on top of it, give you guys a chance to have a platform to talk about what you see. And as another thing that I'm about to do while we're in the chat right now is they're going to go for the kick. The kick is up, wide right, no good. Tennessee misses the kick. It's 14-7. Another thing that I'm going to do right now is I'm going to add the the link to the chat because I want people to start coming in, and we're going to go ahead and start figuring out what you guys feel about the game literally during halftime. We're not going to sit here and listen to all of these guys talk about the stuff that we're just going to do once we get back with YouTube. So I'm going to put up a chat right now. I'm going to put up a link right now, and anybody who wants to come into the chat, and I mean anybody who wants to come up and just tell me what they immediately think about what they've seen thus far since we've been doing all of the talking. I want to hear what you guys have to say. So I'm hopping in the description right now. I'm gonna hop in the description right now, and I'm going to put the link in right now because I want to hear what you guys have to say. So at the bottom of the description, you're going to see something that says show link. And once you guys see show link, go ahead and tap in. And I want to hear what first impressions are, man. I want to hear what the first impressions are of the show. I mean, of what you've seen with the Niners thus far. Um, and the link is in the chat. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Hold on, right now. Hold on. So the link is in the chat. I want to hear what you guys have to say for halftime. And give me first impressions. Hold on, real quick. I don't know what the hell he wants. Damon, what do you want? I'm online right now. All right. So either use the link and get in the show or get the fuck off my phone. I'm only here trying to handle business. I'm handling 49ers business, Damon. Don't call me while I'm live. So give me first impressions, guys. I'm about to throw my boy Nick up here. Hold on. Nick, what's
What
good?
up,
Talk to me,
coach?
dog.
What's up?
Talk to me. How
Uh,
do you feel? What do you think?
JP Mason looks the part, I gotta say.
Did I not say it? Did I not say this?
But we talked about Pooney earlier. Pooney looks like he could, like you said, a little more polishing, but Pooney looks the part. He looks
Right?
good.
Right? Okay.
Mustafa with that big 4th-and-1 tackle, like I told you, gamer. He's gonna show up.
Right? Right? So how do you feel? Like, what do you tell me what you think thus far? How do you feel about the defense? How do you feel about D winners? Give it to me. I want to know. Let's talk about it.
So I'm not a fan of how they're run fitting. It just looks sloppy. It look
Kalia
it
Davis is missing.
Yeah, it looks gross, to be honest
Right.
with you.
Uh
Like
huh.
like Jair Brown, I'm a big Jair Brown fan. He like shoots way too early. He like wants to go make that a play, which I love,
The
obviously.
link is in. Hold on. Let me just say this real quick. I'm sorry, Nick.
Yeah,
Hey
you're good.
guys, the link is in the description. I just put it. You found the link in the description, right, Nick?
Yeah.
The link is in the description, guys. Tommy, so the link is in the description. You guys can click in. I want to hear instant reactions. I want to hear what you guys feel. This is the first time you guys have seen your Niners in months. All right? This months. So now we got to know. Talk to me. What do you feel?
So I want to hit on one thing real quick, which I found real interesting. Kyle
Okay.
not calling plays.
Right.
Obviously, he's gonna call plays during the regular season, but I
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
feel like this is the time where it's like, all right, I'm not going to call plays. This is the
Mm-hmm.
time he could work on his time management, his challenges, all that
Mm-hmm.
type of stuff. Where now he can get a better, mindset on like, okay, this is what I should be doing. This is what I should not be doing. Like
Mm-hmm.
I think he's trying to focus on his game management style instead of just be like, I'm just going to sit my play sheet and I'm just going to call plays. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? How do you feel
Right.
about that?
So I mean, I don't know. Is this not an element of Kyle growing?
I
Right?
think so. I
These are
think
some of the
so.
things that we've asked for. You
Like,
know?
could you see Kyle taking more? I'm not comparing him to Andy Reid. I'm saying Andy Reid style, where like Andy Reid doesn't you like when he had Bieniemy.
Mm-hmm.
Bieniemy used to call the plays, but like on a big 3rd and 4 or whatever, Andy Reid's
Right.
hitting that microphone like, "Nah, this is what we're gonna be calling."
Right.
Like, could you see Kyle taking more of a role like that? Like, I'm not gonna be so in depth with the play sheet, but if there's like a play or two that I need to call or a situation that I feel good about, I'm taking over the headset.
Ah, yeah. I mean, I don't think. I think that's a little bit too much. I think that's something that he could graduate to. That's
Oh
the
yeah, yeah,
final form.
yeah,
The final.
yeah.
All right. So what you're giving me is like Bobby Bowden vibes, like 1998, sitting back, just letting Mickey Andrews and the boys run through it, and then finally he comes in. If the game gets tight, he gets on the headset and kind of paces the game through. I think that Kyle's got a while before he
Yeah, no,
gets there.
I'm just spitballing here with
But
you, but
this is promising though, Nick. Like,
yeah.
I've never heard anything about like this
Well,
before.
wait, I don't know if you were listening to the broadcast. Greg Papa was saying this is the first time in like 140 games preseason and regular season that he's not
Uh-huh.
calling plays. Like that's pretty crazy.
It's pretty wild. Hold on. I want to give Tommy a little bit of I want to help Tommy out real quick. Hey, Tommy, you go into the description of the video, okay? The description of the video, I put show link and I put a tiny URL with the show link there. It's under the description. So if you just click into it, you can find it. I don't want you to feel like you're being excluded, buddy. But go ahead. Go ahead, Nick.
Chris Conley looks great too.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's preseason.
No, I know, but I'm just saying like the extra work that he's gotten in training camp looks like it's helped him a lot.
Right. Okay. Okay. Tell
So
me what you think about Jordan Mason.
I mean, Jordan, I mean, he's always been a hard runner, but I forget what down. I think we were in the red zone or maybe a little before that when they called it like an outside toss crack, and he would usually just ride all the way to the outside and get nothing. He actually cut back and got like 4 or 5 yards, which like I think his vision's improving a lot more.
Right. And that's something that he touched on when he was
Yeah,
talking about
yeah.
how he at foot the show link is also in the chat, guys. I just dropped it in the chat. Thank you guys for actually telling me to do that. But that's something else that that he was hearkening on about why it was taking him so long to quote unquote kind of like ingratiate himself with the team. You can see Jordan Mason is a much more sudden runner. He moves forward now. He's a little bit more sure of himself. Also, we saw Dominic Pooney. I'm gonna tell you right now, D Winters flashes. I think when the bullets start flying, the game may be just a tad too fast for him. You know what I'm saying? What do you
Yeah.
think?
No, I agree. I think, and I also think like on that one of those screens when he just got swallowed up by those O linemen.
Mm-hmm.
Like if he has a clear path to the ball, he's flying there and he's gonna make a play. But if he
All
has
right.
to go shed a block, this, that, and whatever, it looks a little hard for him
All
on
right.
the
Hey,
flip.
Nick, I got to roll, man. I got a lot of people pumping in.
Yeah,
I'll rock
nah,
with you, bro. I'll talk to you, man. Matter
peace.
of fact, stay on here, bro. Hey, William, how you feel, bro?
Hey, how you doing? How you doing, Coach? Um, I just give my 2 cents from what the first half of the game. First half, the defense, the D line can't stop the
Okay.
run. I mean, and that's been a big problem with us. I
It's a
know,
lot of people moving, Nick. I'm gonna get at you,
Yeah,
Nick. Go ahead. All right.
yeah,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
you know, I know
I
this
want to
is,
get everybody, so I'm gonna give you 60 seconds. Go, bro.
I know this is not the starters, but still, in the second half of the season, this may be the starters.
Okay.
The O line looks soft, look real
Oh,
soft.
okay. I want
Uh,
first impressions, dog. I want to hear it. Let's go. Because there's other guys behind you. Let's go.
Another thing, Willis can't block to save his life. I'm
Okay.
watching him every time he's had to lay a block for a play. He's gotten blown the fuck up. You hear what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Blown up. JP Mason, well improved. You can definitely see the professionalism in him now, the assertiveness, the practice, all of that. He looks way more polished. And as for D Winters,
You got 15 seconds. Go.
He looks good. He just needs reps. Like Trey Lance, he just needs reps, and I think he's gonna be good for
I'm gonna get at you, bro. I'm gonna get at you. I'm gonna get Tyler in here, bro.
us.
Tyler, talk to me, bro. What's good? Tell me first
I'm good.
impressions. We just talked. You said
Yes.
I got zero faith in all the groups. I want to
Mhm.
hear it, Tyler. First
So,
impressions, first half. Go.
okay. So I didn't get to see the game. So honestly, I didn't get to watch the highlights or watch the film. So I can't give a general assessment of how they're playing. But from the vibes I'm getting, they're playing decent. They're playing.
Okay.
I'm not gonna
Okay.
say like they're.
All right. Hey, look. Hey, look. Right now, they playing decent. We'll see. We'll see. Right now, we got to get Jonas in here. I'll holler at you. Jonas, first impressions, man. Talk to me. How do you
Stop, coach.
feel?
Stop, coach. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. My bad, Jonas. You know I ain't get at you before, brother. I'm so
It's all
sorry.
good, coach. It's all
Talk
love.
to
It's
me.
all love.
Talk to me.
It's all
I
love.
gotta
Yeah.
know how you feel. There's people that are saying Malik Mustafa looks like a beast. There's people that are saying that the offensive line looks trash. There's people that are saying that they like Mustafa and they like Renardo Green. I want to see. There's people saying that the O line was trash. Look, I want to know your first impressions. Go.
Yeah. Okay. So these were my first impressions. First of all, I really like what I see from D Winners as a run stopper. I don't know about
Okay.
coverage because I didn't see him in coverage much, so I like that. Pooney to me in pass protection is advertised. Like he
Okay.
looked good in pass protection. I was focused on him.
Okay. What do you think
Now,
about him? And what do you think about him in run blocking?
well, I didn't really. I don't think they ran that much to his side. I think every time they ran, it was like to the left side, to
Mm-hmm.
bank side, and it seemed like Willis was kind of getting blown up every time. So
Okay.
that's what happened there. Now, what I will say is what I told you before. This run defense, I don't care. It's backups, backup starters. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't
This
matter. You see it. You know you see it. You see how they try to hold on. Let's get to it. Did you see how Greg Papa, when we were getting ran on, automatically started going to the lineup? Oh, well, the Titans, they have all of their starters in. They're using JC Latham, their latest addition from the draft, and they've got all of their main guys in. And what are we, that's just something to keep in mind. Did you hear that bullshit?
Yeah, I did. The coach, the way those Givens and what's in it, McGill, etc., was getting displaced.
Mm-hmm.
Hargrave and Collins are not bigger than them.
Bro,
They're not bigger
it's
than them.
they're not, bro. Look, I'm gonna get Tommy in here. Tommy's in here. I know he's been waiting
But
diligently. I'm gonna get it to you, bro. Hey, next time, me and you will rock, bro. We gonna get in here, bro. All
yeah, yeah. Good.
right, Tommy, you are waiting. Shut up. Look, let's go, Tommy. What's good, bro? How are you doing, man?
Great. This is pathetic. This is the worst special teams I've. The special teams has not improved.
Uh huh.
Every special teams looks great except ours is trash.
Mm-hmm.
Supposedly we have a good coach, special teams coordinator, but he's nowhere near. He's not. I don't even think he's better than Low Tower, in my opinion. Low Tower
This
was
is what
hot
I want.
garbage.
I want real reactions to what's happening as it's going on.
God
The
damn
second
it!
half is about to kick off. Go, Tommy.
This freaking. Oh my God! Low Tower was terrible, but this is even worse.
Come on, man. Look, all right, we got a good play. We got a good play on kickoff return right now. Niners finally get a stop on offense from Malik Mustafa. Malik Mustafa comes in
Oh
and
yeah!
sets off the second half the right way. But that's the first special teams plus play that we've
Thank
seen
God!
since they just started playing real football. I mean,
Thank God!
it's real reaction, Kenny. Don't you do this. You're in my channel for a reason. Don't you click on my video and then have the nerve to make fun of my content. Don't do that, Kenny. So look, give me your first impressions. How do you feel so far?
I think the run defense is awful.
Okay.
What is going on? I mean, I thought it would improve because I'm like, we need depth. We're worried about the depth. What the hell just happened here?
Yeah,
Um,
we had a false start by Tennessee. Tennessee's got 1st and 10. They're moving
damn it.
into 1st and 15 right now. We're looking good. I got the game cast up. We're still moving. We're still
Ah,
moving.
fuck. So yeah, the run defense has not improved. I don't think. I the only
You
thing that
can
looks
say,
good to
hold on,
me
let
is
me help you
JT
out. Let me
Mason to
help
me
you
at
out.
this point.
You're struggling to find the words. And what you want to say is that you're not impressed.
No.
You're not. And it's okay to say that right now because it's preseason one, game one. We're watching them play right now. And for what it looks like, we're watching the depth of our team right now. And it seems like the Tennessee Titans are just routinely moving down the field. We gave you a good first drive, but ever since then, it has been the Titans moving down the field with flashes.
Yeah,
With flashes.
we were worried about our depth last year, and now the depth has not improved. Look at
Yeah.
this. What the?
Hey, look, hey, I'm not gonna do, I know you got a job, you got a family, your kids are probably gonna watch this. I'm gonna move on to Niner Gang. I'm gonna save you all of the cursing and everything online. Tommy, it was great to come on the channel. Please come back, bro. Please come
Yeah, I'll be
back.
back.
And I will read your super chats from now on.
I
I
was just gonna
promise you.
ask that.
I will read your. I know. I will read your super chats. I'm new to the game, dog. I
It's
got you,
all
bro.
right. I was just messing with you guys because it's fun.
I got you, bro.
All right, have a
Holla
good
at you.
one.
You too, bro.
Okay.
Talk to me.
Coach, what's good, my man?
It's 3rd and 2. Tennessee is at the 44-yard line, 14-7, 13-15 left in the third quarter. We just basically started the first half. Tennessee's driving right now. They're on a 5-play, 30-yard drive with 2 minutes and 35 seconds that have transpired. Mason Rudolph is sitting here at shotgun, 4x4, and he's got a 5-man, 6-man protection, pitch and catch. First down. Hey, let's talk about it. We're watching it in real time. You know what I love about this? You know what I love about this is that for some reason, fans tend to think that we make this shit up. Let's just watch it. While we go through it, let's just watch it, bro. What are your first thoughts? What are your thoughts? 1st and 10.
My thoughts on this, man, Coach. My thoughts on this whole thing is I'm not really evaluating the team as a whole, because it's a lot of mix and match right now. We're seeing what everybody is. I'm looking at individual play, and Ronnie Bell's got to go, man. That dude couldn't catch a cold, bro.
You see how he struggles to focus on holding on to the ball. I mean, that's something that I think that's a confidence issue, but it's something that he definitely has to do. I mean, Tennessee they were on the 1st and 10 after that third down that they just converted. They ran the ball and got a 3-yard run with Jay Garvin. Right now, they're sitting here at 2nd and 7, and Mason Rudolph is sitting here at shotgun, play action pass, dumps off, first down. I mean,
Man,
right now they got us running.
I think Mustafa's going to be a killer. He's going to be a beast. A lot of these guys, this O line, Colt McKivitz, man, he's playing up against some rooks, not real, no real talent. He's getting kind of pushed around a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
The scary part is, like the last caller was saying, is I understand this is our second team, man, but what happens when our first team starters go down? This is what's going to be playing. They're getting pushed around by these second teamers. What happens when they're going up against the first stringers?
Yeah.
They're going
I mean,
to
right now, oh, hold on. So right now, I think we got a fumble. We got a
yeah.
fumble recovery.
I'm like 2 minutes. My stream's 2 minutes ahead for whatever reason.
Yeah,
So yeah,
so Mason Rudolph fumbles the ball on a short. Mason Rudolph fumbles the ball on a short handoff pass. Renardo Green comes in with the fumble recovery. It's a short pass. He wanted to do it wasn't a short pass. It was a short toss. Renardo Green hops on top of it and recovers the ball. The Niners have the ball going in. They've taken a timeout with 11 minutes to go in the third quarter. and Renardo Green gets his first turnover of his NFL career. Right now, I'm gonna just tell you. Right now, they're definitely in shape. Uh, the trenches is an issue. The defensive line doesn't look like they're imposing their will. Now, honestly, we're looking at depth. We're not looking at starters. But the defensive line doesn't look like they're imposing their will. The offensive line, they're just moving around blockers. It just so happens that Jordan Mason is a strong runner, and he's just hitting the gaps, right? But you see when you get a back in a Cody Schrader who's a little bit he needs to see the gap. He needs a little bit more to get to the point of attack. You can see there are many plays where Cody Schrader is getting stopped in the backfield. I mean, how do you feel about what you've seen thus far?
What I've seen so far is if Trent Williams don't come back, boy, we in trouble. That's what I
Okay.
do know. That's what I do know on that O line. Who is it? Burford out with the broken hand, I do believe. Like he's gonna come back. What that thing ain't right. Holden doesn't look to improve to me, but I do believe that Trent don't come back. It's a wrap. It's over. Brock's gonna get hurt by week 4, which I'd never wish that on anybody, but that's just the facts, man. I mean, they can't protect, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the run game, TMC might not even look as good if we don't have Trent. And God forbid any of those other line gets hurt. It's good, but what I on the positive side, Looney looks good. Looney's
Yeah.
looking good.
I mean,
He's holding up.
he's starter quality. I think Dominic can start. Now that you guys have seen it thus far, you can see. You think he can actually start?
I think he can, and I think it'll be okay. And I think it'll even once again goes back to Big Trent. If Trent's there, it's going to look even better. It's going to look
Right.
even better.
All right. So
You're
right now, Josh Dobbs is in. Josh Dobbs is in at quarterback, 1st and 10 on San Francisco's 46-yard line. They're going offset I to the right. They put Cam Latu's in the tight end. He flexes over. They go outside zone with Cody Schrader. Cody Schrader gets positive yards. I like that. Who's 6'2"? Was that Garrett Kingston?
I'm not sure, but let me ask you a question, Coach. You've been asking all the questions here. Let me
What's up,
ask
man?
you how
Got
you
me.
feel
What's
about
good? Say that again.
Brandon Allen's play.
Brandon Allen actually looks better from last year. That's something, and I can't steal that take. That's Jesse. When we were in camp, Jesse kept telling me like, "Yo, Brandon Allen looks so better than last year," and I think Brandon Allen is mid, but he saw him last year. You see what I'm saying? And he kept talking about how Brandon Allen was like a little bit better. He was like, he's noticeably better. Like he gets the ball out a lot quicker. His ball is still his ball, pause. Like it's not necessarily dynamic, but Brandon Allen looks like he can run the offense. He's clearly the number 2, in my opinion. What do you think?
I think Josh Dobbs is going to have to do a lot, and I'm watching him right now, and it doesn't look like it, but clearly Allen's the number 2. Man, he's got an arm on him. I didn't realize how strong his arm was. He's got a pretty good arm on him.
I mean, look at this pass to T. Martin that he zips. He goes out, 7-step drop, gets on top of it, hits T. Martin, bang, 15-yard dart to the outside hash. Like, I like that, right? I mean, this is the only thing is that Josh Dobbs, he just struggles with consistency, but he can give you plays like that in a vacuum. Like that 15-yard dart that he just hit T. Martin with to the left-hand side of the field. I mean, 7-step drop, played with timing, got it out there. That's a play that he can make with his eyes closed. The only thing about it is that does he make it every time his eyes close? You know what I'm saying? Like he's not consistent
Well,
right now. So he's in shotgun right now. Trent Taylor goes up to make a bunch to the top right of the corner. Trent Taylor goes on an out route. And right now, Tennessee Titans blitz. Cody Schrader got overwhelmed by the block. And that's an incomplete pass, which pushes the Niners to 4th and 4 with 9:16 left in the third quarter. Cody Schrader actually misinterpreted the block. If anybody's watching that, Cody Schrader should have pushed himself to the outside to pick up that free rusher coming off the edge. And that was a blown block assignment by Cody Schrader, which forced a tip pass by Josh Dobbs. So look, man, it's a sum of all parts. We're trying to get it together. I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't know who Presley Harvin is, the new tight end, the new punter. I've never heard of this guy. Is this not the weirdest looking? First of all, we got the whitest team in the NFL. You know we would have noticed a black punter. We would have noticed a black punter right away. Like, where
Oh,
did they find this dude at?
bro, that dude, he out there look like Pillsbury Doughboy, but he booting the shit out of that ball. Scared the shit out of that ball. Woo.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you, bro. Like, I don't understand where that came from, but where did the black punter come from? I didn't see him at camp all. I didn't see him all week. I don't know where this guy came from.
He's a veteran. He's a veteran punter out of from Pittsburgh. That's what we was trying to trade up with BA for. We just ended up with the punter.
Yeah, I mean, right now, uh, you
Honey
know,
looks good.
everything doesn't like. I got a friend who says this quote all the time: is that everything isn't something. Like something isn't everything, but everything isn't something. Meaning that like it's like you know. You can't say that what you're looking at is the end all to be all, but you can't say that it doesn't mean anything either. And that's how I feel about this preseason game. I may have butchered that saying, by the way, but that's what I feel about this preseason game is that it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean everything, but it does mean something, right? And if you had to quantify what this game means right now, based off of your first impressions of seeing these boys since the Super Bowl, what does this game mean to you?
To me, this game means that if we have any amount of significant injuries to any of our core players, we're in jeopardy of missing the playoffs because these backups don't look. I mean, if it's one game, we're talking maybe one game or so. I think we could be all right because it's more than one guy. But if we have two or three of our superstars go down, man, and which is going to put pressure on the other guys, which in turn allows other teams to cover up on those guys. It could get really, really bad for us really, really fast. But at the same time, player by player, they look good as individuals. Making their blocks, running their routes, whatever that looks like. Um, Only one that kind of annoys me is Ronnie Bell for whatever reason. I don't know why. Uh, that's what it means. If we suffer any amount of significant injuries, all bets
Mm-hmm.
are all bets are off.
Okay. Well, hey man, I'm gonna try to get Dre Davis in here, bro. We got to kind of get back to the
Okay,
game, bro. I love you tapping in with me, bro. We gonna rap later, bro. I holla at you, bro. All
fine.
right, Dre, what's good, sir?
Coach, what's up, man?
What up? Talk to me, man. First impressions, man. Give it to me.
I'm trying not to overreact, really. I'm trying not to overreact. Really, just trying
Okay,
to focus
respect,
on this
respect.
line. Both lines, offense and defensive line. See
The
how they looking.
trenches.
Yeah, because that's really what matters.
Hello. You can't play football without the fat motherfuckers. You know?
Exactly.
Hello?
Our people just
You
gonna be
need
getting sacks
us.
all day.
Yeah. Without this, it's flag football.
Exactly. I like Dominic Clooney. I
Okay.
like the way he was looking. And
Okay.
that first quarter, second, he a little sloppy at times, but you could tell it's just
He
it's
needs
just jitters.
polish. Yeah, he's not
Yeah,
polished. Yeah.
it's just jitters. He
Yeah.
don't get it right next. He just
Mm-hmm.
takes some more training, some more camp to get
Mm-hmm.
in. But other than that, that D line needs help.
They just gave up a 3rd and 1. Robert Bill, I don't know. I'm not seeing flashes. I'm not seeing him take over the game.
I'm
I
not
feel like
sold
he's
on him.
just a guy. He's a jag.
hmm I'm not
He
sold on him at all.
he may be a jag. I think a lot of these guys, if you see it, the big, band-aid, if you will, or caveat to all of this is, but our starters aren't playing. You know what I mean? And it's
That's true.
like, In 2019, we didn't know what our starters were. These were developmental guys that turned into household names. So it's almost kind of funny to me. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Number 78, that we just acquired a new guy, a defensive tackle, number 78, Jonathan Garvin. I haven't seen him throughout camp, but if any of you are watching the game, number 78 is going the fuck off for our defensive line. And he's showing me more in this one game than I've seen out of any defensive lineman that's not a starter in camp. So I don't know. This is brand new to me right now as we're watching. So I don't know who this guy is, but 78 is snapping right now.
He is.
And he's going off. But our issue is the trenches. Our issue is the trenches, Dre. I mean, what are you thinking, man?
That was a bad. That was bad coverage right there. Oh, sorry. I'm watching
Mm-hmm.
the game in real time.
Yeah, I know. I'm
Uh,
watching it with you. I'm watching it so we can really talk. This is what we can do. You know how everybody wants to watch the game and then we could talk later or we could talk 3 days later and everybody kind of zigs when they zag. They don't necessarily understand all of the plays. You know, sometimes memory gets the best of you. Ain't no better time than the present, my G.
yeah, because you're looking at it in real time.
You looking at it in real time.
Your real
You can't
reactions is
tell.
on the
Come on.
board.
You can't tell me that we did not just see the same shit.
We did. That was bad. But I'll say this: the linebackers, I like them. I like Graham. I like Winters.
Okay, me too. They're bright spots. They've actually responded.
Mustafa is probably the highlight of all of this.
Okay, okay.
Because
How do you feel about Renato Green so far?
Bernardo Green, I need more. I need more than just this. I need more than
Okay,
just this. This
okay.
is sample size right now. He doing decent, but this is small. It feels like I want to see
Mm-hmm.
him really like in that either on that outside first a week one or in the slot. I want to see him in there and see what he really can do. And then once we see that, once he with them boys, and if he really like that, all right,
Mm-hmm.
keep him there. But if not, give him another year. Give him another year, coach.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I'm glad you joined, man, because I think that, there's I'm always trying to do something a little different, just a little different. And you don't want to be so far off the beaten path that niggas is like, yo, this is just so I just said niggas on live. I just said niggas twice. I just said niggas three. I'm saying I'm getting way too comfortable. So all I'm saying is that when people come through and look at the live, you know, you want to be able to give you want to be able to give a different, you want to be able to give like a different perspective, right? And there's no time like the present to hear exactly what the fans think while the game is going on, right? The operative, like the elephant in the room is we my channel can get shut down if I share any type of NFL content on my channel, period. So we got to find a way how to bridge that gap. But I still want to find a way how to have like, I still want to have a way to have like a real conversation while this stuff is going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, I want you to keep coming back, man, because I want to hear exactly what you guys think while the game is happening. And I want real live feedback, like Ronnie Bell running the ball right here on the punt return and not doing shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's like, like, it's what it is, bro.
I'll say this,
So,
coach. I love your experimenting. I'll say that when you go outside the box, that's where you thrive.
like,
I've been
yo,
watching you since Grant when you was just a guest on the side. Like
bro,
I've been
I'm
rooting
mad
for you to have
chaotic,
your
my
own
man.
channel for a minute.
I'm mad chaotic, bro. Like that's been kind of like the method to my madness for so long that it's just like I don't care, bro. I'll do it live, bro. I do not care. So hey, man, I love the support, bro. Please call back again, man. Like this stuff gives me energy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like
I got
it gives me confirmation, and it lets me know that I'm doing the right things, man. So thank you, Dre. Thank you for coming through,
you.
brother.
Of course, of course.
I'll holla at you, bro.
I'll let you, coach.
All right, cuz. Chunder. What's good, cuz? So look,
What's
look,
up,
look.
bud?
Let's be real. Let's be real.
Sorry for the phone call.
I'm drinking. All right. And I don't need all of your word salad. Thank you. You better not get geeky on this call, bruh. I want
Okay.
your raw opinion about what you feel. This is a moment. I feel like this is a moment that a lot of people have missed. This is the first time that the Niners have been seen by the faithful. First impressions. Don't go analytical. We can do that later. First impressions. Go.
If we have a few injuries, our season is in trouble.
Okay.
We have such a top heavy roster, and after you get past the first string, we have a bunch of Jags. I didn't see. I saw like maybe three guys actually making impact. D Winters is clearly a player. Malik
Okay.
Mustafa, I really love the way he hits in the alley, and he doesn't just throw his shoulder pads. He actually, you look at those tackles, he's wrapping guys and hitting them that hard. I love that about him.
Mm-hmm.
And then I really thought that uh, I think Pooney definitely should be the right guard. He is so
Okay.
much more uh, imposing.
You
Like
have
he's
not.
got some
Can I
techniques,
say this?
you know. Hmm.
You have not seen Spencer Burford yet.
That's fair.
Just keep that in mind. I respect
Well,
your
yeah, I'm
opinion,
basing it
but you
off
haven't
of
seen him yet.
what I'm basing it off of what I saw from Burford last year and the year before.
Okay.
Pooney to me looks like he's not quite as athletic. He's got some technique stuff, but he's just more physically imposing to me. He moves the line of scrimmage in a way I didn't see Burford do it.
He's very
So,
strong. Yeah.
yeah, he is just so much more physically imposing, and I think we need that element in our run game. And
He's
then the
explosive.
JT Mason, as a runner, is incredible. He's a starting running back as a runner.
Does he
He
not look good?
struggles at everything else. It's unfortunate because he's not a natural pass catcher. I know he's working on that. The very first play of the game, his quarterback gets blown up because he misses a pass protection. Um, he
Matt
also
Breida.
doesn't
Matt
cover the
Breida
ball
just
going
took a
through the
carry for
hole.
2 yards. Which is wild. Matt Breida just took a carry for 2 yards.
Yeah, I just don't. Another thing that I noticed, Willis, he struggles at the point of attack. He just does. It's a leverage thing. He got blown up multiple times, both on the edge and in the hole.
Mm-hmm.
And Cameron Latu still has a long way to go, but he is so much more physically gifted and dominant as a blocker. He's on a different level than Willis blocking.
Will you tell that to Jesse? Like, once you get Cam in the games, the blocking element of what he brings is far. You know what he is? He. All right. Cam Latu is
That's a nice catch.
when you saw Charlie Warner. Yeah. When you saw Charlie Warner for what he did with blocking, you never thought, man, I wish Charlie Warner would get the ball. That's a very nice catch. I wish Charlie Warner would get the ball more. But no, I feel like when you see Cam Latu get the ball in the open, just and on top of what he does in blocking, you're gonna be very, eager to see what else you can do with him. He's not consistent. I don't even
Absolutely.
know who
He's just
Tongues
such a young
is.
raw player.
Niners are 3-out with the next black punter. You got another black punt. I have no idea. I look like they found this guy on the way to the game and just put a jersey on him.
Sort of. They picked him up like Wednesday.
Yes. Who is this guy?
So he was from Pittsburgh last year. He got cut literally like the day after. He got cut back in February from Pittsburgh. He's been on the street, and we picked him up when Mitch came up with a nagging injury. He's got some tendonitis in his knee. So they've got him sidelined for now, letting him get that knee ready for the regular season. And they're letting this guy come in and be our go to if we need a punter.
Yeah, I feel like we picked this guy up at Home Depot. I'm with Kenny. We drove up and we just said Trabajar, El Punto, and he just hopped in the van and we just kept on moving. I'm sorry, that was look. This show is gonna get shut down if it gets a little too this show is a PC show. Okay,
Not right
so
now. It's not.
right. So if things get a little bit when things get a little bit off the hinges, I'm gonna need somebody to be like, coach, think about the channel, bro. You need your channel by season. You just can't screw the pooch, right? But we all know about that Home Depot love. I've had a couple of renovations that needed to get done. Like,
All
come
right, coach,
on.
you're going off the rails here, bro. You bring it back in.
I
Bring it back.
digress. I digress. I digress. Back to football. I digress.
So I think that D Winters is separating himself from the other linebackers that are vying for that spot for. I think he's even going to be the third linebacker when Greenlaw comes back. He's everywhere. He's in the
Okay.
backfield. He's sideline to sideline. He needs to stop overrunning tackles, but that's something that he'll improve on over time as he gets reps.
Mm-hmm.
The interior defensive line is still getting no push. What is Kevin? Is it, no, not Kevin Givens. Who's the guy? Kalia Davis. Kalia Davis got absolutely blown up on the first play from scrimmage for our defense, and he did a good job of penetrating in the second quarter, but our interior defensive line just doesn't. They get blown off the ball a yard or two. It seems like every time the ball gets snapped.
Right.
And the only other notes. Brandon Allen. Is it just me, or is every time he throw the ball's high? It seemed like every time nobody actually got hit in the numbers. Every single ball, the guy has to extend and go get the ball. And I don't understand. I don't know. Maybe it's a mechanical thing. He's not getting over his front leg or something. But yeah. Oh man, Willis just took it 30 yards.
Yeah. Definitely. So look, man. I wanted to be able to get live reactions on to how these guys are performing. And right now, it looks like Bill just got beat on a run by Willis from him scraping and not realizing the keeper with the quarterback. Willis just took off for a run of about 28 yards. Was stopped by Malik Mustafa and Samuel Womack. The Tennessee Titans have a 1st and 10 on the San Francisco 49ers 1st and 10. And right now there's a small
Decent job
3-yard
of
run.
linebackers just scraped there.
Mm-hmm. But it seems as though right now they're just going to get gashed.
Yeah, they're still getting gashed in the run game. The defensive line is not. They're not managing the line of scrimmage well enough. So on this one here, okay, they had a guy line up off sides. But on this last play here, the only reason that you see penetration is because they're allowing them to penetrate that side, so they're running the other direction.
Right.
It's not because they're doing it. Let's see what the defensive line does here. Good coverage underneath there. What did you think of the rookie Renardo Green in that first half?
I think that he looked very good. I think that he looked the part. It may starter status maybe a little too much for him, but we'll see what preseason is. That's what preseason is so dope, Damon, is because the reason why preseason is so awesome is that you can see how guys take on the game, and you also get a chance to see what their capacity for the game is. So Renardo Green is actually showing himself in the first game to be a plus player, meaning that he's outplaying the level of strings that he's playing with. With that shows more tape and the opportunity to see, okay, Well, you actually did good against the Titans. You've done enough for us to take you off the field. So now let's start showing what does that look like in real time. Well, that means that Renardo Green may start getting some looks with the ones in practice, right? You've graduated and shown yourself to be able to do things well in game time. So now you've graduated to see what you can do with your contemporaries on the team. If you've shown yourself to be able to play the part and be able to make plays with us, then we'll be able to see you possibly be able to start next week, right? And then what we'll do is I think the commencement or the graduation or the buildup for a player of in Renardo Green's stance would be playing in the final preseason game with the starting defense for a couple of series, right? Then it would be more along the lines of, okay, Renardo Green is in an uptick right now. This is where we want him to be. We see him being able to play, but you also know that his maturation process has to deal solely with uh, somebody else losing their job as well. So that's why the competition game is, hard for coaches because, yeah, you got a guy that won, but you also got a guy that lost, right? So you got to be able
Yeah.
to make sure that makes sense.
I think that he's going to end up vying for that starting spot, but I think we start the season with Yadam on the outside when Diamador kicks in. And then, but I think that bodes well for our depth because you have a guy waiting in the wings who is continuing just to grow and get better while he waits for his opportunity. And he will eventually get that opportunity. So I actually think that that bodes really well for the 49ers to have that kind of depth. And then your fifth cornerback that comes in is a guy like Rock Sin, or even, when Ambry Thomas was literally starting games last year and now he's your fifth cornerback, that bodes really well for your depth.
Yeah.
I want to see Malik Mustafa out there week one. I want to see him and Brown. I think Malik Mustafa and Tig Brown's our best safety combo if Huff's not available. And I can't wait to see if they used all three of those guys in a three safety set. I think that moving Hufunga down into the box in a three safety set and using him as like an extra linebacker and nickel is going to be a huge thing for our defense this year. Oh, he
Yeah.
jumped.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not impressed with our rotational guys, both defensive line or linebacker. I think Graham is late to the ball. I think he's got his eyes are bad. I don't say his eyes are bad. He needs to continue to work on having his eyes where they need to be. I think Curtis Robinson may end up outperforming Jalen Graham. At least he did in this game, I think. But D Winters is clearly ahead of those guys. On the defensive line, if we have injuries on the interior or the edge, it's going to get really thin really fast. What did you think of Yatura Gross Matos in that first series?
I think that he looked decent, but I need to see him against more requisite talent. Yatura
Yeah.
Gross Matos isn't a guy who's supposed to be a fill-in for us. He's supposed to be somebody who's actually going to be supplanting a real role, helping out Leonard Floyd, who's older in his career, to be able to take over run reps.
Come on. Just getting gashed again.
He's got to look the part, but I'd like to see it against more competition. So I like Yatura Gross Matos, but I just got to see it in on a bigger stage.
I really like him in the role with that NASCAR package, kicking inside and rushing from the interior. And you put him over a guard and let him use his athleticism. I think that's going to be a really effective. He's going to be I think he's going to be what Arden Key was for us 2 years ago.
Okay.
Or I'm sorry, Charles Omenihu 2 years ago. Arden Key was all right too last year, but I think what Charles Omenihu did when they went to that NASCAR package, being able to, he missed. Good tackle. Good cleanup. Kalia Davis is actually, he didn't start off well today, but his hustle, and he actually is fast for a guy that big. He moves really well. And he's a very good penetrator. He's got a great motor. So I think Kalia Davis, if he continues to get better and get more reps, maybe he'll give me a little bit of, maybe I can breathe a little bit about our rotation on the interior. So we got 2nd and 11 here. Again, no real push. Easy completion underneath. Yeah, we've got to do better. We've got to get more pressure. Is it just me, or does it feel like our backup linebackers just, I don't know what they just react late or something? I don't know. I feel like they're just getting to the ball late. They're not getting where they're supposed to be. They're not getting to their marks. 3rd and 1 here. Handoff. Good stuff. Good stuff. See, now that time our defensive line was able to actually hold the line of scrimmage. Who's in there on that one? Oh, Anderson. Okay, that makes sense. All right, so this is Evan Anderson here getting double teamed, and well, he got pushed back a little. What did you think about Evan Anderson when you were out there at practice? The undrafted
Evan
big guy
Anderson,
on the
I mean, I
defensive
thought he
line.
was a little too big. I needed to see him be able to operate that size and frame in the NFL platform.
Okay.
He's a big boy. I want to see if he can stay in shape and actually be that strong at all times. It's good to be able to be a monster in a couple of reps, but I need to see it for at least like 30 plays. That's
Okay.
something that I needed to be able to see. It just looks like for now that Tennessee is just wearing on the Niners. There's nothing that you could really do. And they've
Mm-hmm.
kind of taken the game into 17-7. I understand that I haven't been talking for like the past 3 minutes. I just got a really important text. That's the only thing.
It's all good.
I'm not always
I've been
playing
trying
on
to
my
keep it
phone,
going.
Maynard. Shut up. So my biggest thing right now
You
is
kind of are though.
I am. My biggest thing, I'm not ignoring this for the phone. I'm just trying to sit here and just try to text somebody at the same time. But my biggest thing right now is just understanding that right now, the Tennessee Titans seem to be just beating us with their depth. You know what I mean? Like right
Yeah.
now, they're winning this game because they just have a deeper consortium of players that can play football better than we can. And this is what worries me about preseason games because I know that they don't mean everything, but they mean something. And this is the something that they touch on is the depth,
Mm-hmm.
is the longevity of your team, is when we get down to like maybe our third safety in the middle of the year while everything is going good, but for some reason, safety just seems to be the position that's our bugaboo. What are we going to do when we actually have to put that third guy on the field? So these are what these games signify, being able to
Mm-hmm.
understand what we're doing. So they expose depth. They really show you what our team is made of.
I think that this preseason also helps you identify guys who are kind of like. So you take like, for instance, obviously I'm clearly very high on Malik Mustafa. I love Malik Mustafa. Um, I think a game like this shows you because if you're really a guy, right? If you're a rookie coming in and you're really a guy, you should be dominating in the preseason because you're playing against second and third string guys. So if you're a young guy who really is that guy, this is where you should be shining, and he is. D Winters should stand out, and he does. And then you have
Right.
other guys like Cam Latu and Braden Willis, and it's like if you guys are actually going to make this team and be a contributor at the tight end position, it's going to have to look better than this because you're going against second and third string defensive linemen and getting blown off the ball in Willis's case. And that's totally unacceptable. What's going to happen when you go up against the starters? It only gets
Yeah.
worse.
Yeah. I mean, right now, I just need to understand exactly like, we got a lot of names, but what's kind of funny right now is like, look at Jawan Jennings sitting on the sideline with a hoodie on. Like, he's a name. But
Yeah.
a year ago, you weren't a name, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
No.
mean? It's like we got a lot of guys who have developed names because of their role on the stage in which they've done it. Right. And it's like Jawan Jennings, if Jawan Jennings was Jawan Jennings
Jeez, my turn.
on a average team, he'd be looked at as a lovable guy, but he wouldn't be looked at as a game changer. The only reason why Jawan Jennings' cachet is elevated is because of the platform on which he does his job. So we got a
Mm-hmm.
lot of guys who, truthfully, on other teams, they would be just the guy. But because they're here and because of the net success of what we do as a team, you have guys that honestly should be practicing right now, but they're not. Like Kyle Juszczyk should be practicing. I've never heard of a star fullback that
Good
needs
throw.
to be kept out from preseason. Right? I've never heard of that. I've never heard you. Come on, just be honest. I've never
Yeah,
heard of
yeah,
that. I've like Juwan Jennings needs to be playing, but I've never heard of a number 4 receiver being held out of preseason games because he's that valuable to the process. This is what the Niners are now. This is what it is, where every last piece to the puzzle matters so much that we can't even develop it anymore because, quote unquote, everybody's a name now. Everybody's a name.
yeah,
You know, nobody's just who's the guy that just straps it up and plays? Jordan Mason? That's it now?
yeah.
But
Oh,
who's
got
the
him.
guy that shows up and
Did you
just
catch
plays
that?
now?
Watch this play.
Is this Josh Dobbs at
Well,
QB?
this dude coming out of nowhere. This dude Darby, bro. He looks like a real player, and
Dog,
they're
I've been
against backups.
first of
So
all, I've been calling out Darby since camp. Jesse has been acting like
foot's
Darby
out of
doesn't even
bounds.
matter to me. It was an out about play.
Yeah,
Thank
his
you.
heel hit out of bounds.
Thank you, Johnny. A star fullback is an oxymoron. Stop it. It's the facts, bro.
That is absolutely true, Johnny. That's hilarious. Yeah, I mean that's like saying that Moody shouldn't be playing today because Moody is a star kicker, and so we need to bring in a backup kicker. He's sitting for rest. It's ridiculous. What did you think about Jalen Moore in the first couple series?
Jalen Moore, I think that Jalen Moore looks good. He's adequate. He's gonna, I think he could get us through in a pinch. I just don't think that
Yeah,
Jalen Moore is a starter.
I think with him, it's another one of those guys where it's going to be a consistency issue. He clearly has talent.
You
He
think?
clearly can hold up, but
All right, so hold on. So DeAndre Berry said Cody Schrader's
good throw.
ass. What do you feel about
I,
Cody Schrader so far?
I'm not impressed in today's game. I'm not going to overreact, but I have not been impressed with Cody Schrader today. I think that it kind of looks the way it did the first year for JP Mason, where he's running up the back of people's legs. He's not identifying the hole. He's not getting on his line correctly. I do think he's very explosive, though. I wasn't expecting him to be quite so explosive. Um, he really does a tremendous job of he gets the ball and he just hits it, but I just don't think he's seeing it yet. I think he just needs time.
Yeah.
Dobbs is dealing right now.
I mean, Dobbs is a gamer. He's got knocked around
Yeah,
enough to know what to do with the ball. Trent Taylor is out there playing too. That's kind of different. Trent Taylor is playing with the third team, even though he's giving interviews. So that's something.
only on the 49ers.
Yeah.
Your bubble receiver who might make the team because of his return ability, maybe, is at the podium. Hey man, it's the offseason. The offseason gets wild.
It is what it
Who
is,
do they have
bro.
playing center right now?
Right now, it looks like they've got Garrett Kingston in. Is that
See ya.
Oh, Drake Nugent is in at center. So if you're watching the
Okay.
game,
He looks good.
let's watch Drake Nugent.
I like the way he moves. He moves really well. Look at the way he
Drake
climbs on this one. He gets through and climbs really well.
Drake Nugent's running around aimlessly.
He did. Yeah, he did. He got to the second level quick, but then couldn't find
There
anybody,
was nobody home.
and that's a problem.
So I want to see this. Let's watch the next play. It's first and goal at Tennessee 6.
No push, and got blown up all the way back to.
First and goal at
Not gonna
Tennessee
rattle.
6. We're probably going to go. This is
That
Patrick
was a
Taylor
great
at
block
running
by
back.
Latu. I agree with
No
you, Deandre.
gain. Look at Drake Nugent at center on these plays, guys. We can all watch in real time.
James
Watch
Wilson. I believe Cowing is out for this game.
Yeah, he is.
He's not in Nashville because whenever you fly, it creates inflammation, and it's a
Inflammation.
preseason game, so there's no reason for him to get on a plane and fly. Look at Dobbs, like he's John Elway.
I'm watching Drake Nugent. See you, Dobbs. See you, Dobbs, with the helicopter. He almost lost his life. Good job, Dobbs.
Way to reach that ball. So
that's what you're
play.
like. We'll do it
Trent
live.
Taylor.
I'll do it on my own.
I think I just
good
lost
outside
my,
run by Dobbs. Gets upended at the 1 yard line. Tips in. That's a good play by him. Niners down 17-14. Hold on, are they going for two? It's 17-13 right now.
Yes.
Niners are going for two because why not? Garrett Kingston seems to be in at right guard.
And Dobbs almost throws a pick.
Drake Nugent is in at center. And yeah, he almost threw a pick. This is what it is, man. You know, I mean, how do you guys feel? Is this a sloppy game? You know, what do you take away from this?
I wonder, was that the same play as the Super Bowl? Interesting. I think Dobbs is better than Allen too. I agree with you there, Silent Fart. That's a hell of a name, by the way. I think Dobbs he's more on target. Like I said, I didn't like the way that Brandon Allen, every ball he threw was high. He's going to get his guys killed. Dobbs also gives you the upside of athleticism, and if it's a backup quarterback, having an athletic backup quarterback is more effective, in my opinion, because maybe they don't know the offense as well, but maybe they can at least make a play or two if the play breaks down. It's not there, so he was a new and Nugent. Allen is consistent. I do think Allen is probably a little bit more consistent, Ross. I think you're right there. He's also been in the system longer, though. He was here last year. Josh Dobbs wasn't here last year. So I'm wondering if maybe Josh Dobbs gets a little bit more consistent over time. I don't know that that's true, but Harris, that's a really good point. Dobbs has a lot more in-game experience. Brandon Allen is definitely a clipboard holder.
Yeah, I mean, right now, let's ask the real question: does this feel like a Super Bowl team?
All right, so, we haven't seen any of the starters, so I think that would be you definitely couldn't say anything off of this game. Nobody of relevance is actually playing, so I don't know that I'd put too much on that. I'm sorry, I got to disagree real quick here with William Bennett that this team doesn't develop players. Name another team in the league that has more all-pros that were drafted in the third round or later. Name another team that consistently gets high-level contributors and high-level play from guys drafted in the fifth and sixth round. So I think that's a misnomer that the 49ers don't develop players well. I really think it's a misnomer.
All right, so look, we gotta out you real quick before you just start giving commentary on my platform.
Sure.
You are a complete 49ers shill. So let's just put that out
for
there
sure
right now. All right. So any commentary that you hear from this man, he is always going to defend the 49ers. So for those of you who think that all I have is interlopers and rogue fans as my friends, I've got some true blue, diehard Niners faithful fans that think Kyle Shanahan is John Pope II. Okay.
Oh, God. All right.
And they are my friends. So, look, it's not just me, but you got to be honest. You got to be honest where you stand right now. You're 100% like shield for the organization. Taylor Harkins is doing his best Brandon Ayuk impression trying to fight during the game. He's moving on.
Right?
But
No face, no case. I really hope I'm not worse than Lombardi. I do think that I'm capable of being critical when the team when they deserve it. But I do
Yeah,
think our front office and our organization as a whole is a top level organization. So
yeah. I'm gonna have
how's he
cats
doing?
go at you. You ain't
How's he
about to
doing
just
in Dallas? Is he
look.
developing better in Dallas?
Shut up. That's a low blow. Shut up. So look, all I'm saying is that you're not gonna come on my platform and just start pouring the Niners Kool-Aid without me giving the opportunity for the chat to get at you. All right. This is a balanced platform, right? It's a balanced
He
platform.
still has he still has
Ooh,
Jimmy G pajamas.
he does. He does still have. Where's that at? Thank you, Eric. Tell him only Shans. Get
Oh,
at
that's
this fool.
hilarious.
Get at this fool.
Yeah, I don't. I definitely I lean towards giving them the benefit of the doubt when I don't have all the information. But I do think that over time, when I do get more information, I'm more than willing to change my mind and be critical when it's deserved. I think I've been pretty critical of several players today.
All right. So, but all I'm saying is okay. So
Yes,
we look.
yes. Take everything I say with a grain of salt because I
Yeah, I'm
definitely
taking
lean
everything you say with a
go
great look.
Niners. Yeah,
You're not gonna come on my platform and start trying to like, contaminate my viewers. All right.
I'm gonna
We
try.
we are fans of the team, but God damn it, we got jobs. All right. I gotta pay some bills tomorrow. The Niners don't run my life. If they look bad, I'm gonna say they look bad the same way if I was at work and something looked bad. I'm gonna say that shit looked trash, bro. That shit looked. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, that shit trash. So right now, we know what Super Bowl contention looks like. We know what a Super Bowl team looks like. Right now, this don't look like a Super Bowl team. Let's keep
no,
it 1,000.
no.
It doesn't.
Like I said, it is. My concern is if we get a couple of injuries because and this is exactly that's why this game is important more than anything is what we're getting right now is a glimpse of if we lose a guy, do we have someone that can fill in? And right now, if we lose anybody on the offensive line, we're in trouble. If these defensive linemen have to play, if anybody in the trenches that's a starter goes down, the 49ers have a huge hole immediately. I
Okay.
think our
Okay.
secondary is deep, but outside of that, if Curtis Robinson and Jalen Graham have to come in and play linebacker, that doesn't bode well for us. I know that Jalen Graham has a lot of promise, and I think he's going to get better, but Jalen Graham right now is not there yet.
Hey yo, I love this. I love this, Paul. This is a goated comment. Only I would point this call this. Yes, I do look like a goober. I do. I like,
Yeah,
hey,
you
we got to call it straight. I look like a fucking goober
get him, Paul.
asking if this is a Super Bowl. This is such a goated comment. I'm doing a little too much. It
Yeah,
is the first preseason game of the season. I'm going a little overboard. But sue me. Sue me. I just want to know. But I gotta say something to shake the bushes. Right? But you are
got to.
right, Paul. Paul, it's disingenuous for me to put anything into this game as it pertains to a Super Bowl. You are 100% correct. Thank you, Paul. Thank you for
And it's not like it's the third preseason game either. It's literally the first preseason game. They're not playing anybody that matters.
don't see now. This is where you make me snap back. Just they're in the NFL too. All right. Don't say that it doesn't matter, but it means something. But for right now, it just looks like we got some issues in the trenches. I would say that. How much? All right. So let's go top to bottom. Okay. And we're gonna go with context. We're not gonna be disingenuous. As the backup quarterback situation looks, how do you feel? Seeing
If
Josh Dobbs.
two or three games, I think we could get by fine. If we have to go an extended period of time, 6 games, 8 games, I think we're in trouble. I don't think either one of these quarterbacks are going to be capable of carrying us through half a season or something like that if there's a significant injury. I think either of them can go 500. If Purdy misses 4 games, can we go 2-2? I think that both quarterbacks can do that for us. And at the end of the day, that's what you're really asking out of your backup quarterback. Can you go get us a couple of games in a short stretch? Because any team, if your quarterback goes down 8 or 10, yeah, right. Hey, that's the Aaron Donald killer right there. Put some respect on his name.
Yo, so all right, so Kenny thinks that Dobbs is QB2. I tend to think that Brandon Allen looked good. I like Brandon Allen.
I don't like, so with Brandon Allen, to me, it looked like the ball was coming out late and coming out high. I didn't like it. I actually like Dobbs better too tonight. It's just one game, but I thought Dobbs was better on time and his balls were a little bit more accurate.
Brandon
He was
Allen
also
was 7
taking
for
more
13
shots at the mid-level, which is, I think, Kyle Shanahan's going to like.
Well, right now, as it stands right now, there's 5 minutes left to go in the game. Brandon Allen was 7 for 13 for 98 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions, 2 bad drops. Josh Dobbs was 7 for 9 for 81 yards, and he used his legs a lot. Right now he's got one rushing. He's got one rushing carry for 1 yard for 6 carries. I don't know. I don't think. Let me put it like this: I don't think that anybody hurt themselves, right? I think they both did well.
Yeah.
But I don't think they both. Who is flashing though? If we had to talk about the defensive line, fucking Garvin, number 78, and Kalia Davis. Kalia Davis seems to be. I mean, he may not be literally where he's supposed to be, but Kalia Davis is really doing a good job at penetrating the backfield. I like Garvin. I like Kalia Davis. Yeah.
Sorry,
you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Like, yo, I've been talking about this guy, bro. I've been talking about him. Whatever his name is, all I know is that he flashed early. What's his name? 78, Jonathan Garvin. Yeah. Jonathan Garvin has been playing his ass off. I've noticed him right away. He's been doing his thing. Look, man. Ambry.
Yeah.
What can you do? What can you do? Ambry. We have tried I've tried so hard. Like, what are we doing with Ambry Thomas, bro? He shouldn't be playing, Ross. Then he shouldn't be playing. Ambry's hurt. Stop it. I don't want to hear this mess. I'm just certain guys, man. Let's go here. Who do you not have the stomach for to see struggle anymore?
Offensive line, just as a whole. Yeah, just as a whole. I get it that we're trying to basically scheme around it so that we don't have to spend a lot of money on it, so we can spend that money elsewhere. I just don't know that I agree with that philosophy. I'd much rather have a team that has a high-priced offensive line and just tries to put some guys in it on the edges and stuff. So I'm really tired of watching the offensive line just get moved and just not be able to get a guy out of there. Like you know what I'm tired? I'm tired of our offensive line not being able to go get a yard.
Yeah. You're talking about 4th and 1, maybe 3rd and 4 when you're in 2-down territory, 3rd and 6, maybe 3rd and 6 in the Super Bowl. When it's 2-down territory and you go 5 wide, like maybe that. Niners are under center. Who's that at quarterback? Is that Josh Dobbs? Is that quarterback? Niners are under center. Patrick Taylor gets the ball, blown up. This is for reference. Anybody who's watching Isaac Alicorn, Jesus, look for anybody that's watching the game right now. This is the offensive line that the Niners were rolling out for second team offense. Like fringe first team offense on the first day of pads. Now, I want you guys to look at this O-line. This is the O-line they were playing with on half of the first day of pads. This is what they was rolling with. You know what I'm saying? So you can see how it damn near was like when they ran the ball, it's like they don't even have a look. They're not even getting a look. You know what I'm saying? Tay Martin with the first down, which is a very good throw. Josh Dobbs is actually showing something. He's 9 for 11 for 97 yards right now.
The thing that stands out to me between the two is I don't think a single throw from Brandon Allen hit a guy between the numbers. Everything was out away from the guy's body. And Josh Dobbs is able to actually hit a guy in the numbers. And that, to me, I think that really matters to Shanahan.
Mm-hmm.
That's a terrible job of that running back, not getting up inside of those blockers. You have 3 giant men out there. You can't get up in behind them.
I mean, that's Matt Breida, though. So Matt Breida comes through, simulated screen to the left, runs past. Oh, he gets tackled from behind. Drake Nugent is out there. I'm going to tell you this. Drake Nugent actually looks a lot more stout on television than he does in real life. In real life, he looks stumpy.
Okay. He looks stumpy.
He looks, you know what I'm saying? He looks just like...
Yeah.
Matt Breida seems to have lost weight. Doesn't he look a little smaller than usual?
Yeah.
Or he's just getting older? He looks smaller.
I think he's washed.
You think he's washed?
Yeah. He's literally only in there because we need somebody to carry the ball while we're with all the injury issues that we have. There's a flag. No flag on that?
Niners are going 3-by-1 shotgun with the running back to the left. Cam Latu comes down to make it 2-by-2 in the slot.
Going for it, 4th and 5.
They're going for it. That was an errant pass by Josh Dobbs. I think he was trying to throw to Trent Taylor on the in cut. Errant pass. He's kind of talking right now to somebody. Looks like they ran the wrong route. He's signaling to get the huddle together. We're coming up on the 2-minute warning. There's 2 minutes and 5 seconds left in the game. We're at 4th and 5. You know why I did this? Because I got to start beating all the rest of these suckers on YouTube to the punch. It's like, I'm going to talk about the game while it's happening. Niners are going condensed 2-by-2. Dobbs gets spun out of the backfield. He gets sacked. It's just a bloodbath.
Coming back?
It's a bloodbath, huh?
I lost you for a second. It must have been on my end.
Yeah. It's a bloodbath. The Dobbs just spun out, took a sack. What is this? How long was that? That was ass.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Dobbs just took a sack for, what was that? Minus 20.
I agree, Ross. In a situation like that, 4th and 5, 2 minutes left, just throw the ball up. Just give your guy a chance.
He was sacked for 15 yards. Dude, Jordan, I agree with this. After watching this game, Trent Williams and Brandon Ayuk have tons of leverage. You know what I'm saying? They have absolute tons of leverage. Like, how do you feel about signing Brandon Ayuk now? Breaker bars have leverage. Steve-O, stop. Jesus. Yeah, be serious for one moment in your life, Steve-O. You know that this does not bode well for the Niners having 2 of their key starters on their offense not under contract. Let's focus and keep the main thing the main thing. No, all right. That's not, Eric, you know that's not the truth. It's guaranteed money that Trent wants.
Correct.
Technically, he is still under contract. But the reason why this whole holdout is even happening with Trent is that he wants guaranteed money. Harris, I appreciate the sentiment. You're just kind of going off the deep end right now. Okay?
Yeah.
This is what I love. Let's start sharing real emotions. We know that Harris is the overreactor. Okay. We know that Kenny is going to find levity in the middle of everything burning down. Okay. We also know that Eric is going to come off the top rope with a little bit more. It's just, we got to start understanding who we are in the middle of calamity, right? And James is just going to sit here and just talk about everything that's horrible. And then he's going to bring up the past for effect. Here we go. Off the top rope. Here goes James. Trey Lance would have won this game. Come on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is all right. If we're gonna be serious, I think that the number one caveat coming from this game is that I'm concerned about the depth. How do you feel about
Yeah.
that?
I just think our roster is very top heavy, and if we stay healthy, we're a championship team. If we have a few injuries, we're going to struggle to make the playoffs. I think there really is that much of a gap between our starter players and our backups.
Yeah.
Our starters are a championship caliber team. Our backups, even with most of our starters, we lose
Like
two or three guys.
look at this run.
We're going to
Look
struggle.
at that run. Look at that run. That last run that was just ran. Like they are running on us. This isn't going away. This is not going to go away, bro. They're running in bunches on us. This is not going to go away.
I don't know how they expect to run the wide nine scheme with guys that can't take on a double team. Isn't that fundamental to running a wide nine, is that you have to have somebody that can take on a double team in the middle?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they got Jordan Mason sitting here in street clothes right next to Kyle. I really get this. Excuse me. I really get this, like, we're bigger than the process vibe from our team. I get this from them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. So George Burns says, takeaway is the same thing we have known for the past couple of years. No offensive line and can't get off the field on defense. Hey, I'm glad that we're all on the same page, right? I don't want nobody acting like, they got amnesia when we get in the next week and start going through the week. All right. Pay attention. This is another thing. There's only 252 people in here. I want people to start paying attention to who tries to put a pig on lipstick after this game. Now, this game wasn't horrible, right? We didn't go through this game screaming Bloody Mary, right? We didn't. It wasn't absolutely trash, but we saw the elements where we need to get better. We're not happy with the depth. We weren't necessarily happy with the back. We weren't necessarily happy with the backfield, right? We weren't necessarily happy with the offensive line, right? We're sitting here watching these guys happy about a late field tackle by Tatum Bethune, right? But for what it's worth, the Titans are not a playoff caliber team. Okay, they're not, and depth for depth, they're hanging with us. They're hanging with us, and that's what preseason is for. I could care less about the score. It is what it is, right? But if you're just starting to look at the level of players that the NFL has to offer from outside of starters, we can see that there's a little bit of growth that we need to have with these guys, right? And pay attention to who tries to say everything is fine. We looked amazing. Like, pay attention to that shit. Because box score right now, if you look at rushing right now, we rushed for 67 yards. This is just a game. Now, football is still being played, right? This may not be the end all to be all, but let's just call it what it is. The Tennessee Titans have ran for 138 yards on us today. All right. Niners only ran for 67 yards. All right. Receiving, they put up 200 yards. We put up 217. So, for what it's worth, the big bad running team that we're supposed to be, we just got 140 yards put up on us by the Tennessee Titans through our depth. It is what it
Yeah,
is.
so like
It's not nothing to be crazy about. It's not nothing to be crazy about. Yo, Ross is hilarious. It's not nothing to be crazy about, but it matters. And Latu just caught a pass too, by the way.
yeah, caught a couple of them. That was a really good catch.
I understand. And that
One thing I
matters
like
too,
about him is he
Isaac.
catches
It's
the ball with
true.
his hands.
He's asking for a play out. Jesus Christ. What do you need a play for? You just caught one ball.
53
Let's go.
seconds,
All
4-point
right, let's
game.
go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, so here we go. We got 53 seconds, a 4-point game, second and third. Dobbs just made a good pass, a 7-yard pass to Cam Latu. The Niners are
Good strike.
on the 43-yard line going in. Let's see if they get a good strike. Let's see if they flip the field. Josh Dobbs. Ooh, Josh Dobbs finds, who's that, Trent Taylor?
Yeah.
Yep. Josh Dobbs finds Trent Taylor for an in-cut route at the top of the numbers on the left side, outside the hash. The Niners rush the clock. They clock it with 36 seconds to go. It's second and 10. Josh Dobbs is calling for a huddle right now. So we're at second and 10. Okay. We're at second and 10. Niners have the ball after a short pass to Trent Taylor for 9 yards. We're gonna see what we get. We're gonna see what we get right now.
Get on the ball. Get on the ball. We have no timeouts, by the way.
No timeouts. We're going trips right. Dobbs gets the ball out to Trent Taylor for 9 yards. We're looking at 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. Hold your water. Hold your water. 3rd and 1. Oh my God, Drake Nugent. False start. False start on Drake Nugent on the center, rocking back and forth. 3rd and 6. We got 3rd and 6 for a false start on Drake Nugent. We had a 3rd and 1 from a 9-yard pass on trips right to Trent Taylor from Josh Dobbs. We just set up to run the play at 3rd and 1. 10-second runoff for the penalty. Drake Nugent goes offsides. We're at 3rd and 6 at Tennessee's 36 at the shotgun.
The end zone.
Shut up! Shut up! Hold on. We're going 5 wide. Dobbs to the end zone. Tay Martin overthrows him. 1 second.
Lance wouldn't let this happen. That's funny.
Lance wouldn't. I love the commentary, bro.
It's fantastic.
Dog, I'm doing this every time, bro. Ayo, so look. I don't know. You guys let me know in the chat. I want to know in the chat, and I definitely want to know like later on. Guys,
Hail Mary.
I want to if you guys think I should do this every preseason game or during the season, just throw up the chat during the show while we watch. I will do this. I'll go through the whole season with you guys just to be able to take notes. Josh Dobbs goes a Hail Mary pass. Oh, it was a pick. That's crazy.
Almost, though. It looked good.
Was almost, though. Niners lose 17-13. Kyle looks like he's not bothered by the game whatsoever because he didn't call everything. His neck is unusually red. Jesus. Finished
and what's
up
with that mullet he has going on?
I don't know what's going on. I think he's like going through something. I mean, I don't know, man.
Rocking a mustache in the offseason at the wedding, and now he's growing a mullet. Like,
definitely. So look, I'm gonna tell you this right now, man. I see some feedback, guys. I want to know in the chat. I want to know in the comments when you guys watch this. If you guys want me to be able to do commentary during the games, of course, I'm gonna clean it up. This was kind of like a by the seat of my ass type deal, you know, and I don't mind doing it live for you guys, but I will clean it up. I'll probably get some scoreboards up here to really kind of like, you know, streamline it so it's something that we can follow. And what I'll do is I'll go back and watch the show so I can kind of juxtapose like, all right, what was the banter? What was the actual commentary? So we can put together a more succinct show for everybody. let me know. We will do this throughout the season. And I just want to be a service to you guys because everybody can't watch the games. And we have a fan base that's literally spanned across the globe. So I think that this will also be some good commentary while guys are watching the game on their own and actually listening to us. And for fans that literally cannot watch the game and they want to hear what's going on. So look, guys, I love you guys. Chunder, my boy, came in. Love you for coming in and help me close out the show, man. Hey, game's over, and we don't need to do a post game because we did a live game. So
We just did it.
we just did a whole live game. And then also, you know what? This needs to be mentioned as well. Special teams was trash. Special teams was
Garbage
trash. We're
in
gonna
every
close.
aspect.
We're going to close with that. And the reason why I want to talk about special teams is because during camp, they barely do this shit. They barely do it. They only spend one indie period on it. One practice I was there, they spent two, but it's very lackadaisical. Nobody's really bought in. And while it's happening, people are just kind of like, it's a time to get water. Nobody's really like galvanized around the process. So I will tell you that what special teams was looking like in camp is exactly the way this shit looked like in real time. The same exact shit. So I'll tell you this. Not so special. Thank you. Basura. Trash. All right. Look, man, we gave you live commentary throughout the whole game. If you guys like and subscribe, the Coaches Huddle at the Coaches Huddle in all caps, no spaces, TheCoachesHuddles, or the Coaches Huddle in spaces if you just don't want to put the @ sign. That's the new name of the channel. I love you guys. Stay low and keep your feet moving. Give me feedback. Let me know if you want me to keep doing this, because if you want me to, I will. If you don't, we will move forward. I'll holler at you guys. Love you guys. Say something cool, Damon, before we sign off.
I'm so excited for this season, man. I actually think the 49ers are going to do something special this year.
Definitely, man. And hold on. You think the 49ers are going to do something special this year? You, my friend, are in the minority. Okay? But I will tell you this. Let's go through a couple of small chat. Dave Barclays, 199. Thank you. Bell sucks. Brother Bob and I talking Shiv. I got you. Dave Barclays, 199. Can we stop the run ever in years? I got you.
Nope.
William Bennett, $5. The D can't stop the run. The O-line looks soft, and Willis can't block anyone at all. That's a problem. We definitely saw that during the game. Nick Falcon, 199. Thank you. What do you think of Kyle not calling plays? Pooney, we talked about this. I thought that it was promising. It showed that Kyle can be a little bit human and normal, showing that in order for you to be able to have this genius tab on you, the number one thing of being a genius is learning how to make somebody else a genius. Let that brew on you. Smack Jones for 199 says the line depth was trash. Trent isn't Jesus Christ. I understand that.
Yeah, but he kind of is right now. After you watch that game, he kind of is.
Hey, they on like right now, he's looking like Jesus of Nazareth. I'm just being real. Okay? My man, I3, $5 showing love to my guy, Coach. He put it down before, but I'm just going to put it up again. And William Bennett closing it out again, my guy, for $2. Like and subscribe. Guys, it has been awesome. The season is officially started. We've been through it all. We've been demonetized, monetized, dual streaming, not dual streaming, duplicate content, not duplicate content, parents going through injuries and all types of stuff. I've been going through things, but we finally have made it to the season. And I'm happy. This was a good stream. You know what? I love all you guys. And I'm going to be back. What's today? Saturday? I'm going to be back on Wednesday, no less, with Tom on the Faithful Review. This is the Coach. This is Chunder Boy. Stay low and keep your feet moving. Holla at you guys. Love you, man.